call this meeting to order. Marcia, can you hear me? If you all please stand with me and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Okay, we will start tonight with the roll call.
Excuse me, Mayor. We do have 2 hearings tonight prior to the board meeting.
All right, let's go ahead and get on with that. We have in front of us two variance requests to view. One is for 6 Yeager Drive. The second is for 733 Easy Street, and we are here to conduct a public hearing at 6 p.m. is to allow all interested persons to comment on 2 variance requests. And my assumption is these were sent out to all people surrounding their properties to give those individuals an opportunity to talk to the board and share with the board their concerns. So is there anyone here tonight that wishes to speak regarding the request from Justin and Amanda Moore, owner of 6 Yeager Drive, Monroe City, Missouri, for a variance use permit regarding removal of an easement? And it gets a little more in depth, but is there anyone here that was notified and resides in or around or near that property have any issues with this board issuing a variance? Very well, I'll move on to number 2. Mr. Richard Hayes, owner of 733 Easy Street, Monroe City, Missouri, for a variance use permit regarding a storage building on said property. Is there anyone here tonight who live in or near and was contacted regarding this request for variance, have any issues with the variance request? Very well then, I at this time would close the public hearing and move forward with what comes next.
Tax rate hearing.
Got it. Okay, the tax rate hearing. Notice of the tax levy hearing. How much of this do I have to address during my discussion? All of it?
Yeah, if you'd like to.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so we're having a public hearing. The purpose of this hearing is so that the citizens may be heard if they have points of discussion regarding the tax rate proposed to be set by the City of Monroe City, a political subdivision. The tax rate shall be set to produce the revenues which the budget for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2026 show to be required from a property tax. The tax rate is based off the prior ceiling and is no longer based on the voluntary ceiling. The tax rate is determined by dividing the amount of revenue required by the current assessed valuation. The result is multiplied by 100, so the tax will be expressed in cents per $100 valuation. The following information is provided, the following information is provided pursuant to 67.110 RSMO. The assessed valuation for the current tax year for real estate is $27,831,822. The assessed valuation for personal property is $12,682,995. The total is $40,514,817, or $40,514,817. Less an annexed area, that is regarding that property which is levied a tax for the purpose of supporting the library. So less annexed area, which is $4,365,013, leaves a balance of $36,139,804. That tax is proposed to create a revenue for the general fund of $292,435.95 and a library fund of $62,268.88.
Proposed general fund tax rate is 0.7218 per $100, and the general fund proposed tax rate for 2026 is 0.1723 per $100. The general fund tax rate is the same that was last year. The library fund tax rate is down from 0.1932 of last year.
Is that reduced number on the library tax rate part of the state formula where they work it out to the same amount? That's why it was down. Okay,
Yes.
I call over to county seat, and it's a very complex process, and I don't know a whole lot more about it now than I did before I called. It was very complicated. I didn't understand the math, but it's not mine to work.
You're not allowed to fluctuate.
It fluctuated quite a bit.
Much.
It fluctuated quite a
From year
bit.
to year.
Okay, if there's no discussion on the tax levy hearing, what's next on that? Anything?
Later on in the meeting, we'll have an ordinance that
Okay.
will be, a bill, sorry, that we presented.
A bill to be presented? Okay. Okay, so next thing we have, oh, and by the way, since I got that all out of whack, on the call to order, we'll start over. All right, we will now do the roll call. Alderman Smith.
Present.
Alderman Quinn. Alderman Snyder.
Present.
Alderman Saunders.
Present.
Alderman O'Brien.
Present.
Alderman Osborne.
Present.
We have a quorum. All right, first thing on the agenda tonight will be the review and seek approval of the minutes for the August 6th, 2026 meeting of the Board of Aldermen, found under tab 4.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the August 6, 2026 meeting.
We have a motion on the floor to approve the minutes of the August 6th, 2026 meeting of the Board of Aldermen. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the floor to approve the minutes of the August 6th, 2026 meeting of the Board of Aldermen. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries. Okay, next thing we have on the agenda is the mayor's report. I'd love to tell you it's going to be short, but it won't be. We are doing a budget analysis for the next fiscal year, 2026 to 2027. I think I have mentioned several times over the last many meetings of issues that we have this year regarding the city's financial condition. One of the things, we're going to have a shortfall that we expect for this year at the end of the year in September 30th. We look to be about a minus $152,000 or a negative $150,000 in general revenue. And if we don't take action, it's projected that the end of fiscal year 2027 will be at a negative $185,000 plus in general revenue. So we're exerting efforts where we can to try to address that. I think the board's going to have some difficult decisions to make as we go through the budget process. One of the things that we're looking at is expense allocation, to correctly allocate administrative expenses to correct the budget line item, particularly utilities enterprises. We're using a very common phrase, but for the utilities, we wouldn't have to do this or that in administration, and that would incur a reduction in labor costs. So we're looking to get those individual line items allocated correctly to each of the individual enterprises, gas, water, sewer, and electric. That will reduce the expenses out of general revenue, and hopefully will help offset some of these negative numbers that we're looking at. In addition to that, many of you may not know this, maybe you all know this, but the street department, all of their expenses come out of its own revenue, every single penny, with the exception when we do asphalting, we do have the ability to pay for some of that, depending upon how much money we have in the fund, or all of it out of our sales tax CapEx fund. But one of the things we're looking to review is something that is allowed by RSMO 94.70 through 94.755. It's called the transportation sales tax. That empowers cities to implement that sales tax for the construction, repair, and maintenance of streets. It's allowed up to 0.5% sales tax. Of course, they have the potential, if that was to be agreed upon by the board, to be put on the ballot, and if the citizens chose to approve it, that money would be used for maintenance of our streets and bridges throughout the city. It would certainly go a long ways to help us maintain and improve what we've got. The second thing we're looking at is also to take to the voters, if the board would approve it, is a cemetery levy. This year, our current budget for the cemetery is we're going to spend a little over $50,000 for cemetery maintenance. The cemetery levy is authorized under RSMO 137.100, a 0.125 levy. It would be a property tax levy, by the way. Would generate around $51,000. 0.15 cents levy would generate around $61,000, and that would cover the cemetery costs, expenses each year, and take the entirety of that, remove it from having to come out of the general revenue. Additionally, I want to talk real briefly about where we're at on parks. Parks are supported by a tax. It looks like right now, unless something changes, we're going to end up with around $13,000 in that fund at the end of the year. And if we don't find a way to either offset some of those costs, which would be helpful if we can find a way to do it, we're going to be right around $50,000 underwater at the end of 2027. We're also going to, we've already made a change this year to the natural gas department. We've changed the rates, we've made an adjustment. Even with those adjustments that we made based upon our expectations for sales and the number of customers, we're going to still end up $107,000 in the red at the end of 2027. Water, right now, the water department looks like we're going to end up with around $145,000 in that fund at the end of this year. But at the end of 2027, we'll only have $20,000, meaning we'll spend $120,000 more in expenses than revenue. The sewer fund for this year is going to be It's going to be a negative $94,748, and we've already calculated, and we've talked in this meeting about the proposed changes we're looking at doing on water rates and sewer rates. And even with those changes on the sewer base and the change proposed on the cost per 1,000 gallons, we're still losing almost $87,000 at the end of 2027. So this board has significant work to do on the budget, and that completes my report at this time. Next thing we have will be the city clerk's report.
We currently use Civic Plus to manage our website, and if we want to stay with Civic Plus, they're doing a migration for that, and Mike and I sat in with a couple of calls with them this past week regarding what that expense would be to the city. We are looking at other options because if we stay with Civic Plus, it's a significant amount of money annually. So we're looking to see what else is available. Do you have anything to add, Mike? We did, about the ADA.
Yeah, the ADA is what's making the expense.
Yeah, there's many ADA requirements that need to be implemented to our webpage before April 27th, if we want to continue to keep a webpage. we need to get everything updated, so that's what's costing.
Yeah.
What did that cost look like for,
We've just got the cost from Civic Plus, and for right now, around 10,000 a year. I did make a call to another company. We looked at the website that's out by Lake Ozark, and I actually called Lake Ozark and spoke to their treasurer to kind of get an idea on what they pay. And it's significantly less, but we're not completely certain what that consists of yet.
Okay.
So really don't want to disclose anything on that, but we have reached out to another company, so.
I plan to seek one more, just to,
Yeah,
yeah.
and the mayor actually brought me one the other day.
Oh, yeah? Cool.
That we can look at.
Cool.
Other than that, that's all I have.
Do the meeting minutes get posted on there still? On the website?
I've been posting them
Posted.
after they get approved. I post them the same night as after they get approved.
So,
So,
okay.
The one for Mike and stuff out there,
I tried to get my name out there, but I had to have 2 emails to be able to even navigate the system, and I couldn't.
I have put out several documents regarding the utilities, regarding paying online, things of that nature. I put out like building permit applications, business license applications, and stuff like that.
and people are using it for that.
that's the purpose. That's the purpose.
Yep, that's the goal.
Okay, thank you very much, Danette, for that. City Attorney's not here tonight. I'm not aware, next thing on the agenda is authorized guest speakers. Do we have any authorized guest speakers?
Yes. Gary McElroy?
Oh, Gary. Mr. McElroy, welcome.
Mr. McElroy died a few years ago.
Yeah, you can't get with that anymore.
What I'm here about is, in 21, the city tore down the power plant. And in that process, the jail came down and the jail door came down. I asked to get a hold of the jail door at that time, and the police department was gonna use it. It's still laying where it was. You know, it's a valuable piece of history that I don't want to see disappear. It's been under lock and key or where nobody can get to it, and it's out where it can be taken at any time now. So what I'm asking to purchase the jail so I can put it up. You know, I can have it where people can see it. It'll be my house, on my patio. If you want to open up the door and come in, you can. But you know, it's a piece of history, and I know how things go. If it just keeps laying around and never gets used, it's going to disappear. That was 21 when they took it down. Police department was going to use it. It's not been used. Keeps getting shuffled around different places. That part of the building, in what I found out in '64, the city built 2 bays and added them onto the existing power plant and that jail. I don't know, I can't find when the last customer was in it. You know, it might have been me in '70, but I don't know. That's what I'm up here for. I don't want to see it disappear, and I know how things are. I've seen so many things in Monroe City, history just disappear, and it's gone.
Is it outside now?
It's outside. It's always been outside.
Oh.
I mean, it's not like it's gonna rot away.
It's not laying on the ground.
It's they laid it on a piece of cement. And, you know, they had to get it out where it was.
Right.
Because it was right in the middle of all their power plant stuff, you know, so they had to get it out of there. And even if you do, stick it back in a building, nobody can see it.
Right.
Where I'll put it up is on my patio. I'll put a tag on it, what it was and what it is, and
How big
where
is
it came
it?
from, and
How big
you
is
know,
it?
it's like my fire truck. It's not gonna leak down,
I mean, would it fit in here?
huh?
Would it fit back there?
I think it weighs probably 2,000 pounds with the,
Oh, boy.
with the whatever you call the rest
Yeah,
of
the
it.
floor probably could hold it.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but it's just not gonna go anywhere, you know? I'm kind of a historian, you know, in town. I can tell you where the Boulder from the women's colleges that nobody knows about, and I'm just saying, that jailhouse door is gonna be somewhere we'll never be seen. And when I'm dead and gone, my fire truck's still gonna stay in town, my daughter's gonna keep it. And I can't speak for her, but I'm sure when I'm dead and gone, if give it back to the city or what, I don't think she's real happy about me putting it on my patio down by Marshall, but, people drive by, if you've been by my house, you'll be able to see it right there. People stop in all the time.
So, it's interesting, most observers would walk by and look at it and say, well, there's a big old bunch of scrap iron, let's take it down to the whatever. I know Justin said he estimates it weighs around 2,000 pounds. It's the surround, or whatever you call it, goes around the door and the door.
I don't know, I don't have my phone with me.
But anyway, what is the correct way to, Danette, what's the correct way to deal with this type of an issue where you're getting rid of taxpayer property?
Normally, when it's taxpayer property, you do have to kind of put out a notice, let people know this is available to bid on, to give other people opportunity
Okay.
to purchase.
Okay.
That's what I was hoping for.
Okay. I think
But, I would ask, if you put that bid out, put some kind of stipulation that it has to stay in town. Because you can put a bid out, and it could be bid out for a scrap iron.
You're right. You're right.
We wouldn't have no way
I said, I
to
don't know
monitor
that
that.
we could, I mean,
I'm sorry. What?
We wouldn't have any way to monitor that.
Yeah, it would be
We
very-
don't have any way to
difficult.
monitor it, but it might make people aware how important it is to you.
yeah. Because if we put it too low, somebody will buy it for scrap.
I'm surprised it's still there.
But
But I've kept an eye on it.
Well, it's probably a little heavy for most people to steal for scrap.
They're not thieves, are they?
I know, they ran off some transformers, if it's been
Yeah.
sitting for 5 years, nobody, most people don't care about it.
Do you have a way to move it?
So if it's been sitting for 5 years, somebody wants it, willing to pay for it, willing to take care of it. The money's gonna go to the city.
I have no idea how to do this.
Sorry.
It's up to the board what you all.
Board, you have the ability to do, excuse me, I apologize.
What's that site we put stuff on before?
Can't just donate it to him.
What was the site we put stuff on before and sold off? Where did-
Or, like I say, donate it to him.
That's what I just said.
He can give you a monetary donation.
You might get a tax.
Nobody has to know,
Put it out for
and
bid.
it's where it needs to be,
I don't know.
and it's not
I
destroyed.
don't want-
What was that auction house we used last time?
I mean, I don't want to come in.
We put on Purple Wave,
Huh?
and I don't know what the scrap value is.
Does Monroe County have historical society?
Yeah.
But if you put it on Purple Wave, it's gonna end up in who knows where.
And she made a point about the Monroe County Historical Society.
Buy it in the car.
But then it's gonna end up in Monroe County.
I say,
Well, I mean, it would be better than scrapping it. I'm just, yeah,
I guess I'm trying
I
to.
can
keep
see
it
your
in town,
point,
What I'm trying to do.
because if it goes on Purple
We
Wave,
can
then
just
anything.
donate it to it.
And this is
It
exactly
ain't doing us
why,
no good.
this is exactly why I purchased, let me back up. When the fire truck came up for sale, we tried to get the city to keep that, and they thought it was worth a lot of money, and they got rid of it. Thank God, J.C. Schumar and I got together, and we bought it together. I ended up buying it, so it would stay in town. It's one of the very few pieces of history in Monroe City. It's Monroe City's first motorized pumper, and it's not going anywhere.
How
So
would,
if
how
you
did,
have that jail door in Monroe County, God knows where it'd be.
how did that purchase happen? Was it,
It was a bid,
okay, a local bid type?
it was bid. It went out for bid, highest bid got it.
I mean, what if we just put it in the local paper for bid, for sealed bid? To
I
be
say we
open
put it out
at a
for bid.
meeting,
I do too.
and then,
I think we put it out for bid.
We're gonna put it out for bid.
Put it
Is
out
that
for
a
bid.
motion?
That's right.
Make a motion to put it out for
Do you
bid.
feel safe about keeping it in town? I know you, she's right, it's hard to monitor that, but it may be a fear factor that somebody from town will buy.
You know,
I don't know.
we can.
We have a motion on the floor.
We have a motion on the floor to go out for bids. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion second on the floor to go out for bids.
You can approve or reject it.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's a good idea,
that's good.
because I'm afraid scrappers will get it.
I understand.
Okay. Okay, we'll see what happens. Is that it?
Okay, we have a motion second on the floor to take this jail door and put it out for bids for sale. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. The ayes have the motion carried. We'll get that put together.
Thank you.
No, thank you, Gary.
Yeah, saving history.
I doubt if there's anybody alive that's been behind those bars, but maybe there are.
Starting bid of $150.
I know a few that were.
I know, Gary seemed to think that
We just solved it.
He was looking at the general revenue shortfall, and he said starting bids on.
Reserve, that's
Or
reserve.
shortfall.
Back in the streaking days, I know
I
somebody
meant
got caught.
shortfall, my bad. Will it become a reserve? Maybe, I don't know. All right, next thing we have on the agenda will be new business, and it's bill number 4. Located under tab 9. Okay, we have before us bill number 4, an ordinance fixing the rate of taxation for the year 2026. And be it ordained by the Board of Aldermen of the City of Monroe City, Missouri as follows. Section 1, for the purpose of support of the city government of the City of Monroe City and meeting expenses thereof for the current year, it is hereby levied and imposed on all taxable property within the limits of said City of Monroe City, Missouri, a sum of .7218 cents on the $100 valuation of said property. Section 2, for the purpose of maintaining a public library owned by the said city, it is hereby levied and imposed on all taxable property within the limits of said City of Monroe City, Missouri, with the exception of the property in Monroe County that was annexed into the city after October 13th, 1965, the sum of .1723 on each $100 of valuation of said property. In Section 3, this order shall be in full force and effect from and after the date of its passage and approval. We need a motion to approve bill number 4.
I make a motion to approve bill number 4, an ordinance fixing the rate of taxation for the year
Yeah.
2026.
Okay, we have a motion and a second on the floor to approve bill number 4. An ordinance fixing the rate of taxation for year 2026. Am I required to read the whole thing?
You do my title.
Excuse me?
By title.
No, you can
By
do
title,
my
okay. Okay, an ordinance fixing the rate of taxation for the year 2026. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, next thing we have is,
We have to do a
Make
second
it
reading.
twice.
oh, we have to do a second reading, don't we? Oh, my bad. Okay, second reading. Bill number 4, an ordinance fixing the rate of taxation for the year 2026.
I'll make a motion for the second reading.
We have a motion on the floor for the second reading. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second for the second reading of bill number 4, an ordinance fixing the rate of taxation for the year 2026. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Ayes have it,
Smith?
motion carries.
Yes.
Alderman Schneider,
Yes.
Alderman O'Brien.
Yes.
Alderman Osborne.
Yes.
Alderman Saunders.
Yes.
Motion carries. Okay, we ready for the next thing? Floodplain Management Director. We need to determine how we're going to do this, what we're going to do. We don't have a floodplain manager. Historically, there've been several in the past. They were usually department heads. Is that correct?
Maybe Kevin might know, I'm not sure.
I don't even remember who it would have been.
I think the last one was Kerry Lee, because he was also the building commissioner as well as the building inspector, and I believe he had the floodplain management.
Could have been.
It would appear that one we have to have one. We have to name someone for that position or find someone for that position. The rest of it, I'm not certain. I'm not certain of. There's training out there that we can send them to. It's really not something I'm very familiar with.
What dictates the reason we have to have one?
Is it called SEMA, S-E-M-A?
State emergency.
State Emergency
Okay.
Management Association will require to have a representative.
Okay.
Do we have any floodplain? I mean, the whole city's flat.
Yeah, we do. We actually do. Part of,
By the
I believe,
creek or whatever.
part of the cemetery is in the floodplain. I believe there's some property which is south of, what do you call that, Kevin? South of City Barn is in the floodplain. What street?
Beaver Creek.
Beaver Creek.
So everything that borders that creek is in a floodplain, and the one there just east of Holy Rosary Church is is Mill Street a part of the floodplain?
I can't say there is or isn't.
I've seen that
And
creek
then
behind me,
probably
30,
behind-
40 foot wide before.
One of them, I know
Well-
it runs all the way through. So.
And probably behind the sewer plant.
Mhm.
You've probably seen it rolling, haven't you, George?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do not know what to do with this issue right now. We need to put this off until I can do some more
Table
research maybe,
Yeah.
because maybe I could call some other cities and see how they manage this within their municipalities. Okay.
So I wonder what they do. That's part of the question. I guess there's just some training in this. Like,
There's training. This is not obviously all encompassing. There's training provided, and it's for floodplain management, which I had known nothing about. So they have seminars, they have training, they have meetings, they have online meetings, Zoom meetings of this group of people. That's all I know. I don't know much about it at all, so guess we're
and
going
that's
to find
from
out.
State emergency.
Do some investigation.
SEMA.
State emergency management.
Okay,
Section.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
I'll just explain what SEMA was.
Okay. Anything else on that? Okay, the next thing, throughout our current Monroe City Code, a building commissioner is utilized and required. The building commissioner has certain responsibilities and certain authorities per Monroe City Code. We do not have anyone assigned to the building commissioner position. I believe the last person that served doing as building commissioner was Mr. Lee. I believe that Mr. Lee was paid an additional $150 per month for having that position and that responsibility. Do you remember that?
Is that because he was also the building inspector at the time?
I believe the time that he was both. I believe I have a contract that I recall a contract that had both positions on it that he signed.
Is there a way that we can make that an automatic building inspector, building commissioner combined task? See him shaking his head, pretty please?
I think that would be I actually think that would be
Jason, so what else involved in that?
excuse me?
What's involved?
There's quite a bit involved in it. I mean,
Okay, then maybe we need to look at that.
Need to check that out too. I'm trying to remember when Mike Hayes was building inspector.
You said Jerry Wood.
Jerry Wilper and Mike Hayes. Years ago. Mhm.
Oh, I can't remember that.
Yep.
Does it have to be a Monroe City citizen?
I do not know. Appointed positions do not have to be Monroe City citizens. And when I say appointed, I'm talking about like city clerk, deputy city clerk, treasurer. Those people who serve on the various committees are not required to be Monroe City citizens. I don't know about this one. I'll have to go take a look at the statute. Anything else on that?
Can this be a mutual community thing? Like a shared community position? I'm sorry.
Both of those, or
Maybe. Sorry. Something food for thought.
well, it's very much worthwhile to take a look at it. Anything else on that, building commissioner?
I know.
The next one is water and sewer services request for quote. One of the questions that was brought up is that at the prior to the renewal of the contract with People Services, that 3 competitive bids were not sought before entering into that contract. Missouri statutes would seem to indicate that you are required to do so. So, at the after discussion with the city attorney, he said, take it to the board. Asked the board if they would like to seek requests for quotes for water and sewer services for the city of Monroe City, to get competitive quotes. That would allow the board to understand where we are relative to our costs and potentially what those costs might be. Now, the contract with People Services, I believe, expires in October of 2028. And so the question for the board needs to answer is, do you wish to seek bids, competitive bids for water and sewer services for the city of Monroe City?
Is that to be in place after October 2028? Or to finish out
I don't want to get the cart ahead of the horse on this
Okay.
issue. There's a couple of questions that have came up. They're difficult questions,
Okay.
but I'm not afraid to discuss it in public. There was a discussion, and this discussion is not, what I'm getting ready to say is not new to People Services Management. They've already heard it. The Missouri Supreme Court, I think it was in 2023, don't quote me on that. The Missouri Supreme Court ruled that cities may not engage in multi-year contracts without voter approval. So the question that was raised is, what was done? Was it done legally? So it's a very sticky situation to find yourself in that place. Now, along with that, tonight we're going to be discussing some other things relative to rates, but I have talked with the president of People Services. I have requested that they please take a good look if they could, at their current cost, and see if there's anything they could do to find ways to reduce costs, be more efficient, less chemical costs. If there's anything at all they could do to try to reduce these costs. I think this year is going to be $887,000, something around that. I don't have. I was going to bring it. I forgot to. It's over $880,000, up from 848 for 2025, 26.
Plus chemical, right?
Excuse me.
Plus chemical.
That includes chemicals.
Oh, okay.
Now, what we do, Mike, when you look at the budget, well, they give us the line item value of chemicals and maintenance.
Oh.
And what we do, we pull those two out, and then they gave us percentages based upon expenses and manpower and vehicle depreciation, blah, blah, blah. And they give us percentages of the balance that we should allocate to each of the separate funds, which is water plant, water distribution, sewer plant or wastewater plant, treatment plant, and sewer collection. So you have basically four different allocations for the cost, less chemicals, less maintenance. And then of course we have capital spending each year that's required in each of those departments to maintain our network of distribution, our network of collection. And we also have a 580, this is not the exact number, I'm off a few $100s, but $585,000 per year debt service on a new wastewater treatment plant. And if you want to see the scale of what that means, take the $585,000 number, divide it by 12, divide it by 1,126 individual subscribers, and you can see what that cost looked like, because that's a fixed cost, and that cost is there whether we treat 1 gallon or 1 million gallons. It's a fixed cost. And that doesn't even begin to cover the costs associated with providing the services that provide water and provide sewer. So, yes, I think that the public would like to know if someone can do it, someone can propose to do it cheaper. And I'll tell you what I've been warned by people at the MPUA, that what often happens is you go out and you get a competitive quote, and for the first 1 or 2 years, yeah, they're compared to what you were doing before, yeah, they look golden, but after a couple of years, things change because of their experiences, and gosh knows what else could come into play. It's the board's decision what we do or don't do relative to that issue. So if you guys would like to discuss that.
I mean, it's a major expense, so I mean, anything we can do to help with that.
And if nothing else, it would be maybe getting ahead of the game a little bit for 2028.
Right.
It sounds like it's a long ways away, but it really isn't.
No, it's not.
It really isn't. And please don't anyone take any part of this conversation as any negative or negative connotation toward people's services. I think they've done a really good job for us.
Yes, definitely.
They do things. They do a lot of. They do. I say a lot of work. Maybe that's not the right characterization. They do plenty of work that's not even included in their contract, and they do it for us, and they don't complain about it.
Yep. And we thank you for that.
They help us in a lot. So this is not me throwing darts at people's services. This is me attempting to answer the questions that we've been asked and been repeatedly asked relative to the services that we provide to our citizens. So I hope no one is taking this as any indication of dissatisfaction with people's services. I personally have zero dissatisfaction with people's services.
Yeah.
But we have a responsibility to try to address the questions that were asked, the questions that are posed. Can you do something? Is there a better deal out there? Is it the most cost-effective use of taxpayer money? And that's what the question is. And I know I can't answer that. So if we want to go out and seek bids, we'd have to put together the bid specifications and go through that process. And if you don't, that's fine too. Because the next thing we're going to talk about is water and sewer rates. Would you like to table this and come back and discuss it some other time, or consider it some other time?
There's not enough time for me to think about this tonight, yes.
That's fine. That's fine.
Thank you.
I got it out there for y'all to consider, and we'll try to get this onto a future agenda, and we'll discuss at that point in time. Is the water rates in here? Not at all. Well, the recommendation from MQA they came in and did a analysis of the rates for water and sewer, which we call wastewater. I'm not satisfied that these are going to accomplish what we need to accomplish, but I think we've decided to go ahead and present these to the board as they came from MPUA. Because even for, I put in the numbers, the expected revenue numbers and expected expenses with these, even with the new rates, and we're still coming up significantly short. And not having a reserve in a utility fund, what it means is if you have some sort of event that was unplanned, you better hope you can find the money to pay for it. That's what it comes down to when you don't have any reserves. What they were asked to do, which in hindsight was probably the wrong thing to say, we told them we would like to at least break even the first year. Break even the first year. Not have a penny go to reserves, but break even, which maybe was a bad idea. But we felt like that this was going to be enough to create some issues. So anyway, the water base looks like their recommendation is that the facility charge, what's called, is going to go up to $27. It's currently what?
20.
Okay, so we'll go up to $7. And the actual water usage rate would go to a flat $10.15 per 1,000 gallons of water, no tiered structures. A flat $10.15 per 1,000 gallons.
So no discount if for higher usage?
No. Okay. Now, one of the things we had a very brief discussion about a what if. What if, XYZ company comes in and says, hey, we want to create 400 jobs. We don't like your rates. What can you do? Well, if you have a very, very high volume user, you can go back and you look at how that high volume is going to affect your planned expenses based upon the increased usage. And you can look at what margin you need to sustain your operations with that much higher usage. It's a volume discussion. If you sell lots and lots of anything, you can have a smaller margin on it. And if you're only looking at cash flow or slight contribution to in this case reserves, you might be able to do something with your rates for that particular situation. And that's something we probably want to look at as we work on preparing our package that we would be presenting to prospective businesses that may want to locate here as part of our economic development package. So we got work to do on that, but I just want to cover that real quick. Sewer. This was not a whole lot of fun. When the engineering study was done for the wastewater treatment facility back in 2022, whomever received that information, I would assume it was the Board of Aldermen, they were advised that they must increase the sewer base or facility charge by $30 to cover the debt service on the new wastewater treatment facility. That did not happen. It was changed from $15 to $30. It should have been changed from $15 to $45 just to cover the debt service, which we've been paying for over 2 years. We've already spent $1 million. and that the rate is going to have to be changed. No, I don't think this is a change. What's the current per 1,000 gallons on sewer? Is it 1140? That's what's proposed. If it's not the same, it's the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't change a bit. Just so the change would be $15 per resident per month on the sewer. And then on the water, you've got, was that $7 off on the facility charge, and a slight increase per 1,000 gallons of water. It's not huge, but again, those are break-even numbers. Now, one of the things that we built into the recent rate analysis on natural gas, and Danette, if I say anything wrong, for God's sake, correct me. We built into that when we review that, by the way, I want to say something real quick. Our Code of Ordinances stipulates that the Board of Aldermen review and do a rate analysis every year annually on October 30th. Now, when we did electric, we changed the date for electric as part of that ordinance, so that's a modifier. We changed the date of the actual review each year when we did the gas rates, and we added in a stipulation that the facility charge will increase annually an amount equal to CPIU, which it could be U or another number too, depends on what month you're looking at, month to month, but CPIU is June to June. But CPI or 1%, whichever is greater. So every year the facility charge would increase by the consumer price index, wherever the gov says, or 1%, whichever is greater. Had that been done, and of course everybody can be a Monday morning quarterback, right? But that is something that cities should be looking at doing. Other municipalities are doing it, and that's an attempt to try to keep ahead of the curve on inflation, because the cost of everything that we use to maintain distribution and collection, just like an electric, everything has gone up a lot. The inflation since 2020 through 2025 was estimated to be right around 24%. Over the course of almost 5 years, not quite 5 years. 24.3, I believe, is the correct number. So anyway, we're going to be putting together ordinances for the water rates and the sewer rates and bringing them to the board. And I find it amazing that we're doing this, and it looks like we're going to break even, or maybe not break even. So I'm not sure how to handle that.
Do we have a calendar that shows what we need to be looking at every year? I think we should.
I think that's a good idea.
That should also be included in an onboarding package for
New alderman.
For contract reviews, stuff like that.
Yeah, just so it doesn't get missed.
Yep, because that's correct.
Yep.
It's a good idea.
Definitely.
Now,
I have one every now and then. One hit wonder.
last year, we had before the board, some questions about doing some things for individual businesses relative to the sewer rates. Of course, looking at hindsight, you learn from each of the experiences that you get the pleasure of going through. But someone asked a question during one of those meetings, said, well, why don't you just sell it all, sell that utility, sell water, sell sewer. There's companies out there that actually do that. And we have looked at that. And we will be getting a proposal probably sometime in September, early October, from one of the two entities that approached us about this. And I don't know if, what we're looking at the board's going to have to do something in 2022. They're going to have to re-up the contract with someone, or we're going to have to go find the qualified personnel to operate the water treatment plant and and the wastewater treatment facility. Of course, there are people out there who have the appropriate certifications to do both. They even have the ability to do more than one community, yet you still have to have the people in place to handle the collection side and the distribution side, distribution of water and collection on sewer. If you can find that person to operate the plant, so to speak. So there's quite a bit work that has to be done between now and 2028 to make that an option. The other option is keep doing what you're doing. And then the third option is to take a serious look at whether or not it would be appropriate to even consider selling utility. One of the first things you have to look at is you lose a revenue stream every time you use a utility because 8% of their total gross sales goes to general revenue. Without those 8% payment in lieu of taxes is the legal term that the Missouri state statutes allow you to levy that against your utilities. It's called payment in lieu of taxes pilot. It's legal, it's lawful, it's allowed. That's why we use it. But 8% off the gross goes directly into general revenue to fund general revenue. Without those, we would be in serious condition. So if you lose that, then the question has to be, does the sales tax derived from their sales or the property tax levied on their property, we don't pay property taxes as a city, will that offset the loss of revenue from that individual enterprise? Now, we have lawfully and legally what's called a combined utility here. They did that in 2023, I believe it was, and what that allows you to do, it allows you to combine all your revenue and all your expenses in this one big pot, and I think it's a way of playing games myself. What it allows you to do is take that surplus revenue and make debt payments out of that combined utility, where if you went out and borrowed $10 million right now and you expected the gas department to pay it, you'd be up a creek because your rate would have to go sky high in order to generate the money to pay the debt. And you can't walk away from that. We're doing what per year right now in the swimming pool? $90,000 a year on the swimming pool, $585,000 on the wastewater facility, and somebody thought it was a good idea to go borrow another $13 million for electric. Not a good idea. So anyway, we've got some work to do. Someone also asked me, well, hey, why don't you just sell the natural gas? Sell the gas department, someone else, let them run it. Well, guess what? The contracts that we have with MPUA, we have to give them a 5-year notice.
Yikes.
Or we have to pay millions of dollars in penalties. So selling the natural gas department wouldn't happen for 5 years if you started today. What? Okay. So I'm done talking about that. We'll be getting those orders put together and bring them to the board, hopefully at the next meeting, unless you all decide to have more conversation about it tonight.
No.
Great. Okay. We now have the committee reports. First thing on the agenda is planning and zoning. I believe we have planning and zoning hearing the 25th, is that correct?
We do.
Okay. And that planning and zoning hearing is for rezoning the property out there on County Line Road that's adjacent to the property we sold to JJS Investments. That's what that is. Okay. All right. Parks and Recreation.
We didn't have our monthly meeting, but let's see, so there wasn't anything much to discuss there. Have been getting some complaints on the cemetery mowing, but well, I don't know.
Is Rodney here?
I'm here.
I think Rodney spoke to.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that was one issue that I hadn't seen it myself or anything, but there's been some
Okay.
complaints on that.
Late
But
tonight, there was an email sent out
I had not seen that
Okay.
yet. So church window's apparently finished too, so that's not.
Sorry, what?
Late tonight,
Church
I
windows
don't know,
are
it was 5-ish o'clock, an email came out saying that Bob Altizer has finished the windows
Correct.
at the church, and Matt Perrine says they do look wonderful. He did a great job on them.
That's good. That's good.
We will get the final payment to him. So,
We'll have Mr. Rodney go over and inspect it and make sure he's okay with it. All right, Economic Development, Sales Tax Board. Is there something in our packet on that?
Not that I've ever seen.
All right, moving right along. Administration Committee?
There's not been any meetings.
Okay, since you spoke for Adrian. Adrian, have you had any meetings?
Sorry. You had that confused look on your face.
Okay, Operations Committee?
We met last night to do interviews for the administrative assistant for the police department. We had 5 scheduled and 4 showed up. We did a scoring system that Zach came up with, which was very helpful with questions. Made it for a very easy decision. And we made the decision to hire, I'm sorry, the recommendation, I'm sorry, not decision. Do we say a name?
Can't say the name?
No.
Okay.
So don't we need to approve something?
The recommendation in closed session?
Doesn't have to be.
it can be, it
It
doesn't
can
have
be,
to
but
be.
it doesn't have to be.
Is the person been notified?
I don't know.
Oh, that's a good point.
Nope, nope.
Has the person been notified?
We were waiting on council's decision if it was
Good.
yea or nay.
Good
Okay.
job. We'll
Good,
take this
good.
up in closed session.
Yeah.
Because we have a closed session for, guess what? Hiring, firing, disciplining, or promoting of particular employees.
There was one other thing on the agenda was Dane's Trash Service was requesting us to
Well,
have the public, they were,
it was kind of a request, I don't have, but,
I was there.
They were
They were
requesting
kinda
that they
requesting
take the trash, that the citizens put their trash up the
night before by 10.
By 10 p.m.
By 10 p.m.
And we discussed it and said no. Because their contract says 6 a.m. So,
Very well then.
Most people set it up the night before anyway.
Yeah, because most people aren't getting up at 6 a.m., but I guess it still gives you the option if you want to. Historically, I don't
They're
know if
already
it's been
through
days,
there a
but
lot
some
of times.
people have, I know trash service has been very early at times at my house.
All the time.
yeah,
4 o'clock.
that late?
Very good.
I've had it be
Does
one.
that complete your report?
Yes, it does.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is Board of Adjustment.
We had a Board of Adjustment meeting. We had the discussion, or we had the public notice at the start of the council for a couple of Board of Adjustment recommendations. And the Board of Adjustment recommended that we grant both of those requested adjustments.
Okay, so what we have is the board needs to approve an adjustment for a variance use permit regarding removal of an easement. This is regarding the request from Justin and Amanda Moore, who are the owners of number 60 Edgar Drive in Monroe City, Missouri. So your Board of Adjustment.
Board of
You need to
Adjustment,
make a motion to approve their,
I'll make a motion that we approve this variance to remove the
okay. So we have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
Second?
We have a motion second on the floor to approve the variance request from Justin and Amanda Moore, owner of number 60 Edgar Drive. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. The ayes have it. The motion carries. The variance is approved. Next, we have, do you want to speak to Mr. Hayes?
Well, Mr. Hayes was gonna build a shop there on the north side of his lot, and, the board variance, recommended that we approve that variance.
All right, will you put that in the form of a motion?
I make a motion that we approve, variance to, for his shop.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion second on the floor to approve the variance use permit requested by Richard Hayes, owner of 733 East Street, Monroe City, Missouri. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Ayes have it, the motion carries. The variance use permit is approved. Okay, ooh, the fun one. Nuisance committee?
I'm meeting tomorrow,
Me tomorrow, okay, good job.
10 o'clock.
Can we circle back around? We canceled our admin meeting for Monday, this past Monday, for the budget.
Yes,
Do we have a new one on it?
no, that's a very good point. And I should have brought that up much earlier.
I just now
During
remembered it
discussion.
actually.
Well, I don't know that it's a gross deviation. How about this? Danette and I will get together and propose a meeting, date and time, separate from this.
Thank you.
It's not on the agenda and we'll post that.
Appreciate it.
What we'll do, I'll call you personally and make sure that you're good with it. Moving right along, I'm assuming we're done with nuisance.
Yeah.
Okay, department reports, first on the agenda for department report would be the police department.
Filling in for Zach tonight. Police department's had quite a few cases past couple of weeks, some pretty high profile ones. We're down one patrol car, should be an easy fix. Throttle body went out on the Explorer, got a new part coming through CarQuest. Should be one and done, easy fix. Other than that, not a whole lot else has been going on, just maintain it.
Can you shoot that information to us in a report form, pretty please? Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Captain. Is that it? Anything else, sir?
Oh, kudos to Mr. Schneider for helping out today.
You're welcome. I'm glad I was there.
I'm glad it worked out. Hopefully that'll be a template for the future.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks, Captain. Next thing we have is, hold on a second. Water.
I only have one item, so I'm not gonna come up front. Leak detection started today, so if you see a guy buzzing around town on a little scooter with a yellow vest on, that's him. He should be done tomorrow afternoon, and then he'll take me around and show me what he found.
Is he doing the entire town?
Yes.
So he's on a scooter.
George and I had a brief discussion prior.
Probably.
Well, George and I had a brief discussion prior to the meeting, and George is confident that he's going to find it.
Good.
Fantastic.
And then the next question will be is how bad are they? And then here's an important question. What's it going to cost to fix
Cost
them?
to fix it, yeah.
Yeah, other
But
important
is it
answer though is what's it gonna
cheaper?
save us?
Exactly.
And
There you
that's part of the equation,
That's
Greg.
part
You're
of that
absolutely
leak
right.
is treated water that's losing, yes, yeah, thank you.
The leaks never get better. They always.
No, but if we can find a big source of it and fix that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather have it down to about 20% than anything.
You would think as much as we lose, we'd have a swamp somewhere.
One should be careful when we're getting ready to say what I'm getting ready to say, but over on Lawn Street, there's got to be something wrong on, right there before Lawn Street, going east meets, what is that, County Line Roads? What is that road called? County Line Road? That brand new asphalt's already got a dip in it. So there's got to be something going on there. I don't know what it is. All right, anything else, Mr. Waterman?
Nope, our water usage is still way up, so that's good.
not in leaks. So.
Water usage that we're getting paid for.
Or they don't.
Cannons paid for.
Mostly Cannon and Marion County, yes.
Okay, next thing we have on the agenda will be the electric department report.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
One item I'd like to discuss, the purchase of capital expense item, bathing sticks. I got some quotes.
Phasing sticks?
Bathing sticks, what they do is, when you have two different circuits that come together, you have an A, B, and a C phase. You have to make sure A phase matches A phase, so you have these instruments that tell you that these match. If they don't match, it's a big ball of fire. So you want it to match. But it helps us, we have an old set that they're just about, it helps you backfeed in outage situations and get the power back on quicker.
Oh. Thank you.
I can give it one when I'm done.
The low bid came in at $2,045 from Wesco.
Is that with shipping?
That's not shipping.
Say, because I saw the one says free shipping, the higher one.
They're just in Mattoon, Illinois, so that's not that far.
One question I would like to ask,
The second one doesn't have shipping.
Justin.
Yes.
These are not the exact same model.
That one was a voltmeter, but that, I asked him for a quote on the VIP 138, and that's what he sent. So it's the same thing, except for this one has a cord that connects. The one that I bid on does not have a cord.
Okay,
So
so,
that's just equivalent to what you want.
Good quote.
so for the device you would like to have, the DDVIP 138 SDD, you have two quotes.
Two quotes.
Okay. Now, the beauty is that one of them was the lowest quote anyway. And the question I was going to ask is relative to when you're looking at devices in which do measurement analysis, cheap's not always best.
No, I've used these at other places in the past, and I know what they are and what they do.
Okay.
That's why I picked that one.
It's good. That's what I wanted to hear.
So the shipping won't be that much for a little bit.
Not if it's in Mattoon, and sometimes Bill stops in, he might even bring it.
Well, but
Say, because the others.
yeah, it'd have to be what, $300 and some shipping.
So we need one or two of these.
Right.
They come, that's two
It's a
in
set.
one purchase. Yeah, it comes in a pair.
Which makes sense since they're designed to be used together.
So Wesco?
Wesco.
Wesco?
Is this in the budget?
Yes.
Yes.
Will be shipping out of Mattoon, Illinois.
And if it's not, I'll make sure it doesn't get invoiced
He said
till
sometimes
October
they-
anyway. How about that?
Deliver.
Well, it says down here,
We might not budget it next year.
they may.
You meanie.
So when it's approved, we'll have to.
I make a motion to approve the bid from Wesco for the phaser sticks in the amount of $2,045 plus any ancillary shipping that might happen.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion second on the floor to approve the bid from Wesco in the amount of $2,045 plus shipping. We don't know what it is, but it can't be that much. That would probably the other would be the best one. Do we have, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries. What else you got?
All I have, you guys have any questions? We continue to change poles, work on wiring upgrades. and
So I saw the four-way.
Four-way lights are ordered, the flasher came in today. The light I ordered was, it happened to be an 8-inch and not a 12-inch, so it's not gonna match. It's gonna look funny, because one of them was completely shattered.
Okay,
But we're gonna install them tomorrow.
awesome, awesome.
It was interesting. Did I send that letter from Emily to everyone on the board?
From who?
Emily, I'm sorry, may have first name wrong. The engineer, excuse me, huh? Yeah, MoDOT engineer. Okay, well, she sent me a copy of our contract with MoDOT regarding what we are responsible for on Highway 24 and Business 36.
Okay,
And what they are responsible for. And we, as Rodney told us, and I doubted, we own the light.
well, there's your
And
answer.
we also
Saying.
are responsible for crosswalk striping.
Didn't I say that?
I didn't know that. That's a new one on me.
Well, haven't
That's
we
what I've been saying.
traditionally done that?
That's what I told you so.
What? Yes.
Crosswalk.
I've been saying all along that we own that.
Well, you were right.
Yeah, I know.
And all we were looking for was a piece of paper
It's been coming.
that didn't get me thrown in jail when we're out there doing
Maybe
something on
because
the
we
street.
I mean, that's her road.
He just said that we're responsible.
Okay, anything else in the gas department?
They might have done
All
it.
right, thank you, Justin. Next thing on the agenda is street.
Then I was right.
Gas.
Got gas.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
I go with gas? Oh, doggone, yeah, well, that's an important one too.
Yes.
Okay, I apologize, gas. And part of this is the annual natural gas safety requirement. And what you have in your folders is a multi-page document which discusses the history of the natural gas system. And Terry, you want to take this over?
Okay.
back in 1965,
Well, it's pretty much self-explanatory.
yeah.
This is what he presented at the last.
Yeah, all I really needed was the mayor's signature on a piece of paper, and he gave it to me, so I'm in good shape.
Oh, I thought you needed ours too.
I just put your names on it, that you were at the meeting, the only one that wasn't here was Adrian.
Oh, I'm sending around the.
Well, if you wanna put your name on it, that's fine.
Please
Better-
do,
better
please
safe than
do,
sorry.
and that'll close the
You
loop.
don't need a motion for this?
No, it's just, safety issue that the state wants us to comply with.
Better
So we
to have it
presented
in
Has
advance.
it changed since 1963?
Has the gas system changed? Yeah, it's increased in size immensely. I don't know what it is right now, I can't give it to you.
It's a lot.
Doing some estimates.
So this 59 miles, is that current?
No,
Okay, it's increased, I'm sure.
you got 29.2 just cross country.
Right.
That's not counting the services.
So at least 90 miles, it's probably closer to 100, huh?
Well, it's over what used to be.
Thought it was kind of cool, the temperature, ignition temperatures of the,
Oh, for the ignition.
is that like what the temperature it burns at
That's what it takes to ignite it.
to ignite it? Okay. But does that mean it also burns hottest of the other?
That depends on what your air mixture is with it.
Okay, okay.
I mean, your explosive range of natural gas is, used to be 5 to 15, now it's 4.5 to 14.5, so. If it's in that range, it could ignite and blow up. But that's usually what they want to run at your combustion chamber on your
In a furnace or something.
appliance, yeah,
Yeah.
furnace. That way you got a good blue flame.
Okay. Thank you, Terry. Is there anything else?
We've been working on, reading meters, changing out vision designer, and we're trying to get that straightened out, and doing the industrial loop, trying to get it completely done.
How much longer on the industrial loop?
I'm hoping maybe 3 days,
Okay,
if
good.
we get dry days, yeah,
53 days?
3 more days.
Oh, 3 more days, okay.
The issue with the vision / Zeners turning out to be a little more than we anticipated.
Yeah, we worked on it, we ended up dumping 800 cubic feet of gas in the air off our gas meter down at our shop so we could get it to read right. We had to move 200 every time we wanted to check it because it won't read in one increment. We have to do it in two.
The calibration.
Well, I guess that's what you could call it, but
Right.
it wasn't registering it. So
Yeah.
we just wanted it to register.
Yikes.
And then, the last thing I got for you is that dump truck that we had worked on, we spent a bunch of money. What do you wanna do with it?
Blue wave it,
Purple wave?
whatever wave it is.
That's what I'm hoping that's what you do.
Are you colorblind?
Forget it.
So,
Blue wave. I'm imagining myself on a warm, sunny beach somewhere, not being.
I make a motion to put the
99 dump truck.
99 dump truck for the gas department on Purple Wave to dispose for sale.
We have a motion on the floor to,
Hold on.
Got a question.
That's what I was gonna bring up. We got several things you might as well approve.
Well, I mean, I can
we can do
just
this.
do it another.
Do we just want to do a list and like cover it?
next meeting.
Yeah, make a list of any other equipment that you want to,
Yeah,
so
that'd be great.
just do it all
That's
at
what I was
once.
gonna bring up.
That works.
Okay,
All right.
I guess that's all I got, unless you got something for me.
And you're staying after.
Yes,
Yep,
I gotta
okay.
stay out.
Thanks, Terry, I appreciate it. Okay, maybe I can get the rest of this right. Street department,
Last one I was gonna bring up was Purple Wave. So he's gonna bring up Terry's dump truck if he wants to get rid of it. We got a brush truck, dump truck, flail mower, I'll make a mess. So, that's your cemetery, is it ours or is it Catholics?
Well, I'd heard that there were complaints about both. Of course, the Catholic cemetery is not under our jurisdiction, but.
I knew the veteran did, he got that mowed up, he's been down there between rains, trimming and stuff, so.
I was over there today and the Catholic section is very bad, but our section is bad too. But
Yeah, it's bad, he's on it.
It's, yeah,
About all I can do.
there was somebody over
Grass
there
been
cutting
going crazy.
today and trimming
Grass
down.
has been
Yeah,
crazy.
that's him.
That's Ogle.
They've been down there.
Me too.
it's like way up, I'm going, what?
Weed.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
because
know.
I don't quote me on this, but
It's crazy.
doesn't the contract say that it's supposed to trim at least every other
Yes,
mow?
yes.
Yeah.
And it definitely was not.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, well, Rodney, see if you can work with the contractor and try to get this resolved.
Okay, that's all I got.
Thanks, Rodney, appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Building inspector.
Okay, next thing on the agenda is building inspector.
I don't have anything unless the council has something for me.
Okay, moving right along. Gene has been very busy, and he's been on top of this stuff. And he's doing a real good
Gene,
job.
did you find
You're
out
doing-
about
You're doing a
that?
real good job, Gene.
That I sent you, or that you saw on,
Yes.
the 22? Number 22,
Yes. That gentleman's got a building permit.
he does have a building permit. Okay, cool, thank you.
You had it, I don't think I can go there because it's more relative to nuisance than it is building permit, so I'll move right along.
Airport.
Airport.
Todd Hayes and John Raines have went to work for us. Todd is on the state fair board, appointed by the governor, and he was down there today and met with some of Sam Graves' people. He made a call a couple days ago, and this is just for information, but they got a hold of this Nick Christensen, who's the staff director for the House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee. And he sent me this email on how we go about getting lined up to get federal funding for the airport. The first thing it had to be is a NPISA, whatever that is.
And I'm glad you brought that up.
I have sent this to Ryan Houston because I believe everything has to go through a consultant, and he is our consultant.
That's fine.
So I have not heard back from him, but this is a good step.
it's a real good step. I went through the requirements for the certification, and it was one stumbling block. And it's the same stumbling block we've always had. It's still there. We qualify in all but one category. However, that can be overcome.
That power.
And excuse me, it's the proximity to another NFIP airport, which is Hannibal.
Oh.
You have to be more than 30 miles away. That's been a stumbling block for a very long time, but there is a way to get around that. And I'm glad you're here because it gives me an opportunity to ask you a question. Does the Missouri Department of Conservation utilize our airport for landing or refueling?
They use it for landing the helicopter and occasionally the airplane and take game wardens on.
If you can produce a letter from a representative of the Missouri Department of Conservation saying that they utilize that airport, you can get on the list.
Ooh.
I'll do that. I'll get a hold of it.
We're closer to the lake for sure than,
Well, I should have brought it up here, but on a sectional out there, I drew a line 20 miles out. They're saying we're too close to Hannibal, but all the other airports, Kirksville, Macon, Mexico, there's a huge amount of agriculture area out there that these crop dusters use that operate out of the airport. So anyway, this guy, he's put us on the right track, and he's going to stay in touch with us. And
well, you just hit on something else.
Mm-hmm.
You just hit on something else that I hadn't thought of. We have quite a few ag services fly in and out of that airport. Mm-hmm. That's another department that can help us get on to the list. Is the Department of Agriculture and the Department of Conservation. If we can get letters from them stipulating that they use this airport, they need this airport, we can get on the list.
He also said there's possibly HUD money available.
Right, and then we've already got ourselves onto the grant list with Missouri Department of Transportation and Aviation Division, thanks to your efforts on that. So, for people,
none of this will come true till 2028.
No, that's fine.
So, but we got to start somewhere.
Got to start somewhere. It takes
By
time.
2028, you won't be able to see the numbers or the lines or anything on the runway. It's all going to be faded away, and the cracks are starting to get bigger, and it's just going to go away. But that's all I have on that. The farmers started mowing the hay again out there this afternoon, so that's going to help things look a little better. Street department's doing a good job keeping it mowed. They really get a lot of compliments from it. And that's all I have.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dell. Appreciate your report. Mosswood. Okay, pool.
They closed for the season on the 16th. Jessica does plan to attend a meeting, or at least discuss with the park board too about things that they're going to be needing for next year's budget. So I'll be hearing from her.
Okay, next on the agenda is presentation of bills and approval of payments. Down under tab 12.
The first one on there, Ascent Midwest, the very first one. Service call / power outage. Is that somebody?
Our elevator.
Okay. And then under travel and expense, the $3,500.
Where's that at?
Just 2 lines down.
That's the training for Dylan Hutt in October.
Okay.
I did send an email out to everyone today regarding Cindy. She's going to be on leave for a while. I also sent to the department heads to let them know, anything regarding invoicing, payroll, things of that nature, to reach out to Rachel or myself, and we'll help them. Hopefully, we'll get through it. It might take some time, but we'll make it.
Okay, let me explain what happened. They sent me over to the recorder's office to get these easements recorded, and lo and behold, they won't take a credit card, so I paid for it out of pocket, no check.
Thank you for your donation.
That's not a donation. That amount's not a donation. $20 is a donation, that's not a donation.
Okay, so we'll make it 129.
Well,
We also have to power them now.
you're no fun at all.
Make a motion to approve bills payable.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the floor to approve bills payable. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. The motion carries. The next thing on the agenda is unfinished business. There's none stated. Following that, we will vote to go into a closed session. So someone needs to make a motion.
I'll make a motion that we'll go into closed session pursuant to RSMO 610-021, Section 3, hiring, firing, disciplining, or promoting a particular employee.
Is Carrie still here?
Is there a second, Mayor?
We have a motion and a second on the floor to go into closed session.
We have a motion. Who seconded it?
Who's the second?
Second.
Okay. Alderman Snyder?
Yes.
Alderman O'Brien?
Yes.
Alderman Osborne?
Yes.
Alderman Saunders? Yes. Alderman Smith?
Yes.